Welcome in, everybody. I am StephenShred, here with Absolute Mandrew, and we are...
Video Nerds.
And you know what? He just threw out there my gamer tag. But I'm also the man nerd.
Oh, damn.
But you know what?
I messed it up.
It's out there, man. It's out there. I'm Absolute Mandrew.
Yep. Yep. So today we're going to be continuing on The Witcher Season 3. We are doing Part 2, and man, what a letdown.
Yep. That's just the beginning. That's okay, go for it. Yep.
Yep. So we pretty much continue with this whole thing of Geralt not really being anything close to the focus, and it felt real weird. It felt like I wasn't watching The Witcher. It was just kind of like, it almost felt like I was watching a spin-off, and then like Geralt would make like some little like guest appearances and be like, oh, like check it out, there he is. I don't know, did you get that feeling?
I did get that feeling. And want to know something funny? After watching this, I was like, you know what? That the Blood Origin one, I never watched it, but I was like, it can't be as bad as The Witcher Season 3. So I turned it on, and in the introduction, I stopped. Because I was like, this CGI is so bad. It's like, you know what? I'm not doing this to myself again.
Yeah. I actually watched all of Blood Origin, and yeah, it definitely feels like they were meaning to make something else, but they were just kind of like, oh, let's throw the Witcher stamp on there. It's just, man, this series just got so far away from it, and it's understandable why Henry Cavill left now. Like, his love for the series, for the source material, just to get kind of washed out and turned into this whole other thing. It's about weird.
Ciri and Yennefer now. That's what it is.
And it feels like it's been that since last season. But the only thing was that last season we got to see a whole bunch of other Witchers. You know,
and that kind of filled it out.
Yeah, we got to see like how Geralt became a Witcher, the process in becoming a Witcher. Like, there was so much focus on Ciri and Yennefer, but at the same time, we got cool stuff. This time around, we didn't. So that was the big difference. Because a lot of people complained about last season. I didn't, because I thought the cool stuff was really cool. But this time, it was just the extra stuff and no cool stuff.
Yeah, and I thought this had some good potential, because right in the beginning of the season, it was like, okay, Ciri is a fighter now. She's pretty much a Witcher, and she has this magic, and she can only get stronger. And I was like, man, that's going to be cool as shit. Like, they had some moves here and there, some moments where she was fighting, but that never took. It never really took. Like, what the hell, people? We've already gotten to some spoilers, but it doesn't really matter, because this is literally just a D4 review, because I'm making that assumption for you too.
Yep. I wish I could rate it lower. It was hard for me to get through this, which I am not one to kind of like stop watching something. I'm just kind of like, well, I started it. Let's see how it finishes. Maybe it finishes better. I had to stop watching in between every episode because I was so insanely bored. And they tried to make really lame things cool. Like, should we just get into a little spoiler alert? Just real quick then?
Yeah, let's do it.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
All right. So my main gripe. There are two parts that they try to make really cool. One, the battle for Aretuza between the mages and the elves. This fight sucked. It was so lame, and it just made me feel like it was funny because it's like every Witcher season has like a big battle scene.
Yeah.
I mean, the first season has multiple, which is what made the first season so cool. But there's always these like moments, and I feel like this one tried to kind of go in the style of the big battle at, the Witcher headquarters. I forgot what it was called from last season with the big like snake monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just kind of lame.
It didn't hit, man.
Everyone was just kind of standing around, and it was really weird because like it it gave me real Elden Ring vibes because I go full melee katana, like I'm just beating people up, and all these people are trying to like cast spells and everything. I just rush them, start beating them, and like, it's like that. You see that happen a couple times, and it was just like it was just like a really lame way of fighting, and it was just really dumb. And then like the magic that was used was just kind of like really you have all this magical power and that's all you did.
Yeah,
They're
then
like
one
getting shot with
person
arrows.
summoned fire and then pretty much killed himself.
Yeah, it was super dumb. And then in the middle of all of it, there's some old dude. They're just like, he's having a heart attack. It's like, dude, get him out of here. Why is he here? Just go wait in the next room, man. Like, it was so goofy and weird. And then they bring, what's his name? They bring Stragobor back, which he's been like a douche the entire series.
Yeah.
He has one of the first like meetings with Geralt, and Geralt freaking hates him because he like, wants to kill this girl that Geralt meets and like experiments on her. There's a bunch of weird, creepy stuff with this dude, and then they try to like redeem him. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll hold them off." I was like, "This is stupid, man. This guy sucks."
Like because he's having visions. Yeah, screw that guy.
Yeah, I'm like, this guy sucks. You don't redeem him with the dumb like last second. This dude's only cared about himself the entire series and his dumb little experiments. You're telling me this is gonna be the dude to sacrifice himself?
And he even killed one of his best friends, an elf,
Yeah,
in this season.
Yeah, it was super dumb, dude. And then yeah, like the villains are super goofy. Frangilla, I always hated her from the first season. I don't know, the way the actress plays her is just so like cartoonishly goofy, and like she's like supposed to be the manipulative one lurking in the shadows, and I was like, man, this is stupid. And then Vilgefortz, who goes from ally to enemy at the end, is like cartoonishly evil bad guy. And he even pulls the whole anime trope of like at the very end, the hardest thing was for me to hide my true power. Now you're going to experience my full potential. And then he beats up
so
Geralt.
Bad. Yeah, that
it
didn't
so
feel
stupid.
real to me. That was like, this doesn't belong here. This doesn't belong with him. It's like,
yeah, dude, it was dumb.
it's not a good twist.
Yeah, it was super dumb. And apparently a lot of Witcher fans are really mad about that because he's not even like that in the series. But yeah.
Oh man.
And then episode 2 was the worst episode of them all. It's just Ciri,
that was the worst.
Ciri in the desert hallucinating for legitimately 40 minutes.
It's the entire episode.
Oh man, it's bad.
Yeah, like they should have just fast-tracked that, have her go on her freaking spirit journey, and then get back to the real stuff. But I can't believe they devoted an entire episode in a freaking desert with a goddamn unicorn.
3-episode span.
Yeah,
there's only 3
they took
episodes.
a whole episode for that. In Henry Cavill's farewell, they took an episode away from him.
Yeah, which you could definitely tell they're just being petty about it because this literally entire season is about everything but Geralt.
Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the final episode, I was literally watching it, and then it ended, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, there's probably another episode, round this out. Like, no, wait, what? That was it? Are you effing kidding me?
And that was another thing that I hated, the goofy little ragtag crew that Ciri finds herself with. And you know exactly how that's going to go. They're a bunch of kids that were mistreated. Now they take care of each other because now they picked their own family. And so who cares? Seen it a million times.
Boys.
I don't need to see it here. Yeah. So, yep. 2 big thumbs down from me and Mandrew.
Yep. And that one thing that really got me right off the get-go, I kind of, the first episode kind of hit hard, like better than most, even though that battle sucked. But the fact that Geralt got taken hostage and just went with it, an old man with a freaking dagger who he ends up destroying later on with the guy has the same freaking dagger. Like, he could have just destroyed that guy, gone through all the people, and then helped in that fight and probably found Ciri quicker. But no, he let himself be taken, and then he was just sitting in the background trying to be neutral while the mages were captured. It's like, no.
That's super weird.
That's not, no. effing way. That would not happen.
Yeah, I mean, in the very first season, they have like a little disagreement at like the castle in Sintra, and Geralt gets involved with Dooney and all that. It's like that's not even like the everybody fighting. It turns into everyone fighting, but you know they're gonna kill Dooney and all that, and Geralt's like, nah, I'm stepping in. So it's like, you're telling me that's the same guy?
I really thought that the big bad in this one was going to be the Wild Hunt, but they literally just had a little bit of a cameo in the beginning part of the season. That was it.
Yep.
Like, what? Why? And how are you going to bring Liam Hemsworth into this? Is Geralt going to change forms because he was healed by Yennefer now? Is that how that's going to work?
I have a feeling they're not even going to reference it at all. They're just going to be like, meh, business as usual. But it's like, Henry Cavill, I've seen him as a leading man in a bunch of things, and he always comes through really well. And
Yep.
he has a bunch of solid roles. I've never seen Liam Hemsworth in something and been like, damn, he did a great job there. It was just, he's always just kind of like a background character, and all of the stuff where he is the lead in it is like super minor stuff to where I didn't even see it, you know?
Yeah, I get you. Well, there's that. I really think that's the death of The Witcher right there, because literally when the next season comes out, if there is absolutely nothing to watch, I might watch it. But if there's anything else, I'm not going to. There's no way.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, I've talked about it before. This show is a prime reason why I mainly only watch anime. Anime, you get better writing. By a good majority, you do not have bad animation, no matter what the show is. And it's almost always entertaining, you know? Like, some anime, you know, bite off each other as far as, like, stories go, characters. But for the most part, there's so much out there, especially right now, that has great story writing, great animation, and fun characters. Why would I be watching stuff like this? It's
Exactly.
bad writing, the characters are stupid, they have boring parts, and then the CGI is horrible.
Yeah, it's like they didn't even care. And then I had it going, and then they had the behind the scenes thing, and then all these people are talking about this great world and the great story and all this going on. And I was like, what are you smoking? You did an entire episode in a fucking desert when Henry Cavill's leaving. F you.
Yep, pretty terrible.
All right, well, that's that. The Witcher, big thumbs down. I'd say, you know what, on this one, it's not a D4. It's a critical failure. It's a 1.
I will say, though, there is an animated Witcher movie that they have for the series. Way better than any of this.
Yeah, I haven't watched that, but I think I'm going to, and I'm not going to watch Blood Origin because just the first 5 minutes, no way. Didn't get me.
Yep.
All right, well, until next time, definitely more anime, but you know, we got some stuff coming up, so we'll see some good stuff. Hopefully The Boys will come out soon, so we'll look into that. You know what? We'll talk about Across the Spider-Verse. We are going to talk about the episode of Invincible Season 2.
Oh, that's very true.
We will talk about that next because that was very cool. I loved it. Okay, so moving on to the next one. We'll catch all of you later. See ya.
See ya.